This building is structurally sound. It always has been, it always will be. It will be perfect when we turn it over to the hospital. And that's really the end of the conversation, folks.
That's according to DCK Pacific Guam Project Director Donald Hergenreder, who is overseeing the construction of the new Guam Regional Medical City. But until the new hospital is turned over and opens later this year, some construction matters need to be addressed first. For instance, an issue regarding couplers and rebar repair.
What we found was that there was a failure of this connection, period, nothing more than that. We saw a minor crack several months ago. It was maybe a 1/16 of an inch wide.
A coupler is designed to connect one piece of rebar to another. That minor crack was thought to be a result of the building temperature reaction following the installation of the air conditioning.
Then we had that earthquake event. I forget when it was. When that happened, we kept monitoring it, and it appeared to us that the crack had opened a little bit more. We weren't satisfied to just plaster it over and forget about it. So we opened it up, and we found that some of these couplers had stressed and failed. And that was the end of it.
It was a temblor of September 17, 2014, measured at 6.7 on the Richter scale. Coincidentally, the day media were last invited to a tour of the hospital. Hergenreder says an international structural steel consultant conducted testing and recommended to replace the couplers, rethread it, and put in new rebar.
We have to open up areas. We have to remove those couplers or those rebar tips, put the new ones in, and then concrete over it.
There are hundreds of couplers located throughout several places in the 5-story building. DCK Pacific Guam has until February to make all the repairs. And while the repairs are being done, what's the status on the rest of the hospital?
Radiology is 99% done. What we need to do is install our workstations, and the equipment's ready to operate. We can't obviously operate radiology without the rest of the building, but we're there.
According to Chief Operating Officer Gloria Long, 95% of the first floor is complete, 85% of the second floor is done, and the next step is completing the patient rooms. The hospital is still on budget, estimated to cost around $217 million. In the meantime, GRMC is expected to begin installation of the telephone lines, computers, and medical equipment in the next 6 weeks. As for the opening of the new hospital, it is still on track for the end of the first quarter and the early second quarter. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.